Hey guys, how's it going? As horse breeders, every single year we are faced with the same question: who are we going to choose as potential sires for our broodmares? This year, although we live in Canada, we decided to branch out a bit and not look at a local stallion. We decided instead to send our girls to Kentucky. We booked a trip to Lexington for the very first time. We were super excited to go and see what horse country had to offer. The first thing I have to note is how much we loved Kentucky. We loved the people and the southern hospitality. We loved how beautiful these farms are. Oh my gosh, they were just absolutely stunning. We went to a lot of farms and saw a lot of potential studs, and I can't share them all here, but I will share some of the horses that we shortlisted as potential matings. When we are looking at a stud to potentially breed to, we're looking at conformation, racing record, pedigree, and demeanor as well. Now, as I said, these farms are absolutely gorgeous. Something to note, if you do go, you can't just show up there. You do have to have an appointment unless there is an open house. Right now you're seeing footage of Spen Farm. I believe they stand around 30 stallions at varying price points, so there's plenty to choose from. We met Cyberknife and he gave us a chuckle because he was showing his spicy side. He has a great race record and pedigree to go along with it. Up next we have another chestnut. This is Drop Dead Gorgeous Vino Rosso, who is a multiple G1 winner, and he also won the Breeders' Cup. We also saw Belmont Stakes winner Mo Donegal. He's the son of the legendary Uncle Mo, who sadly just passed away very recently. We took some time to check out their visitor center, and I'm really glad that we did. We got to see so much cool stuff, like a blanket of dried roses from the Kentucky Derby and one of the trophies itself. They have one of the winning blankets from the Breeders' Cup, and you can also view all of the Eclipse Awards and other memorabilia that their horses have won over the years. We had coffee and snacks provided by them in one of their state-of-the-art breeding sheds, which was pretty cool, probably the most unique place I've ever eaten lunch. We then went to TaylorMade Stallions and arrived in a rainstorm. It had been pouring on and off this whole entire trip. You can't blame the weather, so you just have to adapt. So we met Nick Sco and Idol inside of their stable. Idol had just been brought in from the pasture. He had had a lovely roll in the mud. We can see past all that. He's still gorgeous. Every one of these farms is unique in its own way. What I loved about TaylorMade is that they house their stallions in these little cottage-like stables. They hold 4 horses each, and they're dotted all around the property. They're super cute. Fortunately, the rain stopped, and we were able to go outside and meet early voting. While we were in Paris, and I mean Paris, Kentucky, not Paris, France, we visited the Secretariat Park, and I just love this gorgeous statue and this incredible mural. We own one of his descendants. Our new broodmare is his great-great-granddaughter. We went to the auction at Keeneland, which is the historic racecourse and auction house. This is where we bought our yearling Morgan last year via online bidding. And yes, although it was tempting, we did manage to restrain ourselves and not buy any more horses. At Zen Farm, we looked at Connect, and while we were walking through the barn, we ran into this guy. And this is what roughly $100 million horse looks like. His name is Flightline, and he was basically considered to be like a modern-day Secretariat. A visit to Kentucky would not be complete without a day at the races spent at the historic Churchill Downs, the home of the Kentucky Derby. As I said earlier, the weather had not been cooperating. However, on this day, the skies opened up, and it was a beautiful, warm day. It was a perfect day to go to the races. We couldn't leave Kentucky without visiting historic Claiborne Farm and paying our respects to the GOAT, the greatest of all time, Secretariat, and we also viewed their beautiful stallions, Annapolis and Bright Future. So it's now time for the big reveal For Diva, we are sending her to Mo Donegal at Spen Farm. And Aria is also going to Spendthrift to Vino Rosso. Going back to what I said earlier and what we're looking for in stallions, we want the conformation, we want the pedigree, we want the racing record, and we want the demeanor. And these boys, they just tick all of the boxes for the girls. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.